G's Tite Lines. This is a real impromptu one tonight. So I'm getting away from work early tomorrow and I'm heading to one of our local beach marks. Tides are starting to pick up, the wind's dropping, conditions are just looking really good. So I'm going to get out late afternoon, fish the incoming tide, and then fish a few hours of the high tide into the drop in and not get home till late. Just out in the shed, as always, sorting out my gear, just checking through my rigs, checking the rods, blah, 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 blah. And it just occurred to me, quite often when I'm doing my beach sessions, I'll talk to you about my up and over rigs, my up and over pulley rigs. I'm out here tying some, why don't I stick it on video and show you? So, I've only got one left to make, and that'll give me a good top up in the trusty breakaway bag for tomorrow. So, how do I make them? Quite simply. So, tomorrow I'm going to be using quite big baits. I'm going to be trying to chuck out that bait quite far past the surf in the hope of picking up some ray smoothies moving through, but ray's really my target for tomorrow. So in terms of hook length, I'm going to be using the Berkeley Trilene big game, and this is the 80 lb. I've also got it in 50 and 40, so we've got a good selection there. These are actually in the box with me, but so I've got that power to cast out, I'm going to be using the 80. So the way I've sort of derived my up and over pulley rigs over time is with a fair assortment of stuff. So to start off with, I've cut 2 lengths of line. This is the main hook length, and basically all I do is turn my nose out, and then up to my wrist, and that gives me my hook length. Sorry, that light's right behind the camera, it's not ideal. Like I say, it's quite impromptu. Put that bit to one side for now, and we concentrate on this bit, and this is nose to hand. Okay, that's all we're looking for there, nose to hand. So on this far end, all I'm going to simply do is tie on one of the Gemini bait rig clips. Okay, you see them there. These are, I don't know what size they are, it doesn't actually say, but these are the 10 packs. So just simply take one of these, and this will form that hockey stick at the top of the up and over. I'll get one out without throwing it all over the floor. And then quite simply whack it on. All I'm doing, I'll just use a 4-turn grimmer knot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Coming through the top. Bit of gob oil on there. Cinch the knot up. Nice and tight, and just snip away the tag end. Right, so next what we want to do, so what you can do at this point is a lot of people will put on a bead and then a quick link swivel clip and then another bead. Like I've said, I've kind of adapted this over time, and what I use are one of these Protronic pulley beads. They're really good, they're really strong. Initially I was a bit skeptical of them, I didn't think they'd be particularly strong, but actually I've never had one fail, and I've had taupe on these and all sorts. They're really quite good. Pick them up at all, I'd say, Tronics Pro retailers. So first of all, so there you go, that's a hard rubberized bead with probably a size 8 swivel coming through it. Put your line through the running bead. Okay, stick that through there. And then what I do is add another bead for reasons what I've explained in previous videos. This just allows, once the rig is baited and it's on your line and you've got it all wrapped around and ready to rumble, it just sticks the hook length away from the main snood just to prevent them twisting in flight. So now we've got that bead, running bead, Gemini clip. And all we do is take I use a round barreled size 8 swivel. See that there? Again, these are Gemini. And all I do again is a 4-tone grimmer knot. Okay, stick it in there, moisten it up, put it down, cinch that knot up nice and tight, and again just take off your tag end. You can hear that rattling behind me, it's the guinea pigs. I've been soft and I've allowed Sophie to move the guinea pigs into the shed over winter. I know, I'm a good dad. Right, so now going from the other end, size 8 swivel, knot, a length of leader, bead, running bead with swivel, and our Gemini clip. Right, this length we're almost done with. What I then do is take a quick change link. These are the £44 again, Tronics Pro. Okay, for reasons which shall become clear directly. So take one of them. I'm rushing because it's quite cold out here tonight. Okay, and then on the swivel of our running bead, so we've got that angled, oh, wrong side, got that angled edge there. Put that through the swivel, run it round, and then just get your finger in there, part it. So now the swivel is sitting underneath that angled part. Okay, that will become very clear why we do that in a minute. So now the easy part, on the swivel end, take our Snood hook length, and again through there, 4-turn grimmer knot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back through the front of the loop, pinch onto that, moisten it up, tighten it up, and now we can cinch it up nice and tight. Pull that, that's not going anywhere. Guess what? Tag end. So get your tag end, wallop that off. Okay, so like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be fishing big baits, so therefore I'm going to fish on a pennel. There's nothing to say that you can't fish these on a single hook if you're fishing on a smaller bait, but personally I prefer to use these with a pennel. Just means I can put a chunkier bait on there. So these are size 4 pennel hooks. These are from the Padstow Angling Centre, and the only difference between these and your conventional hooks, if you're not aware, if you can see that, is the eye comes out of an angle from the shank of the hook. That allows it, I shall demonstrate. So that goes in through the back of the hook. Okay, so rather than just using your normal straight eyed hook, when you bring that through and you wrap it, it allows that hook, trying to find it, allows that hook to lay flat and proud along your hook length. Hopefully you can see that on there. Slide that up out the way, and then on the business end I'm using these Sakuma Manta Extras. These are 3-0. These are such sharp hooks. Again, I've used these for some time now, and they're, especially with things like your smoothies and Huss, where they've got that real hardened palate of the mouth, these really are so sharp. Real sharp point there, you can see that. Really good hooks, and I've never had one bend out on me neither. Okay, so again, wallop that on there. Of your using, ow, that's sharp. Using a knot of your choice. For myself, a 4-turn grimmer. 2, 3, 4. Pull that nice and tight. Guess what? Tag end. Pop that off there. Okay, so that's the rig finished. Believe it or not, it's that quick and that simple. Now you're probably thinking, what the bloody hell does he do with it now? Okay, so in a fishing situation, we'd obviously have our big fish bait, squid mix, cocktail, fandangled, kebab, whatever you want, sitting there on your pennel. Okay, So now what we do is take our lead, okay, come up to the business end here, and our lead goes on there. He says, quite simply. Okay, so that's there. This end with the Gemini will go onto the quick link, which is attached to the end of my tapered leaders on the rod. Okay, so that will now have a quick link attached to it. So all I do, this is now attached to the rod, weight's now attached down here. Take your snood, bring it up, here we go, here's the giveaway in the title, and over. Okay, so that's now over on the Gemini clip. Take your hook, bring it down to your lead, and that clips on there, on the lead. See that? So now all we're casting is that. That's attached to your main line. There's your lead, and that's all we're casting. It's all tucked away nicely. It's streamlined, it's heavy, it's strong. You can whack that out as far as you want, over the rough ground, over your sandy ground, whatever you choose to. When it hits the bottom and your lead, obviously your pins on your lead will be up, and that's found its ground, this will all deploy in the water with your nice tight line, G's Tite Lines. That will be sat in the sand, and all of this length will be out fishing in the current with your bait, waiting for that clutch to scream off. Okay guys, so that's it. It's that simple. This is a rig I've used now for probably exceeding 20 years. I first got showed it, trying to think, must have been around about 1998, 1999 maybe. I first got shown this rig, and since then I've fiddled and played and toyed around with it to the point where I'm really happy with it. And this fishes really well. It catches fish. Obviously the fish have got to be there, but it's a good rig. Put it together, have a play. So just to run through the main components, obviously the rig body material, whatever you choose. Like I said, I use, this is the Berkeley Tri-Line. I find it's quite abrasive resistant. It's got really good knot strength. It's got next to no stretch to it at all. It's really good stuff. Been using it again for some time. Your beads, your running beads, you can use whatever you prefer. You can use a swivel clip, but I found these work really well for me. So like I say, your Tronics Pro, I've got what they're bleeding called, pulley beads. For your up and over component, these are the only ones I do use, and I don't think I would use any other just because they're so good. And Gemini, obviously a Gemini, and they've stood the test of time, and that's them right there. Hooks are your choice, but like I said, I prefer a proper pennel rig, pennel hook. And then if you aren't using a swivel clip, then the quick change links, again, these are just what I prefer to use. I know they're strong, I've never had one bend out. And away you go, stick it to the rod, put it in the water, catch a fish, happy days. All right guys, any questions, as always, please put a comment in the comments box. As always, thank you to everybody for your continued support. It really does mean a lot. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, got everything crossed, that tomorrow I'll get some really good action for you. I'm feeling quite optimistic. The conditions are looking perfect. But this is the North Cornish coast, and it can change on a sixpence. So we shall wait and see. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. As I say, really ad hoc, quick video. Thought it might be of interest to some of you. Take care of yourselves, guys. Look after your families. Stay safe. Tight lines. All the best.